if you can just latch onto this fucking moment in this singular piece of space and time right here, right now, and now, and now, and now, everything becomes fucking beautiful. Welcome to another episode of Chill Chats with Cool Cats with your host, Tan. Today, I want to talk about being in the moment, staying present. But what does that really mean? Well, for me, I feel like the best way to be in the moment is to open up your senses.
Open up your senses.
Sometimes when I'm feeling really like erratic or like overwhelmed and everything is just going to the fucking shitters, I would either in the past like binge eat, like emotionally eat, or like just, you know, consume things. But often I find that kind of just leads you down more of the same kind of situations. What's a better way I find to deal with those energies is I just kind of sit down, I close my eyes, and I open up my ears. So I just try and listen to everything. And oftentimes you realize you don't actually hear everything, you know, because you're so focused on this and that. It's like your senses are often very selective in terms of what you actually perceive. So when you actually sit down, close your eyes, and just start to listen, you pick up so much more sounds that you didn't realize was there. Birds chirping in the background, the sound of the air, like after you lock into those sounds for a little while, then like you naturally just feel like you're here now. You know, you're not thinking about something that's happened. You're not thinking about, oh, what am I gonna do in the future, or 15 minutes from now, blah blah. You're literally just in the present moment. And when I started doing this, I realized how much of my life hasn't been present. Because I always thought I kind of did this whole present moment awareness thing because I do meditation and etc etc. But even if you do meditation, it doesn't always mean that you're actually present. When you get high and stuff, whether it's on the Mary J or the opposite of base, not that I do that, that's illegal, guys. Shh. Wink wink. Well, you can't really see me winking. But yeah, I hear you. Like if you watch a show or you look at colors while you're high, it's like it's so much more beautiful. If you eat something, it's so much tastier. If you listen to music, it's so much more musicaler. One of the biggest reasons for that, I feel like, is like when you're high, you're just so present in the fucking moment that everything just becomes juicier. Visuals, audio, tabemono. And I find you don't actually necessarily need to use an external substance to achieve that level of presence. You can just do it yourself. If you can really center down into this one fucking moment, that you honestly, all you really have are these moments to moments to moments to moments. Instead of trying to latch onto a previous moment or foresee a future moment, if you can just latch onto this fucking moment in this singular piece of space and time right here, right now, and now, and now, and now, everything becomes fucking beautiful. So, you know, with the exercise, sure, you can close your eyes and listen, but you can also just open your eyes and just literally see everything you can fucking see in your viewscape. Look at the grass, look at the trees, or even look at the buildings, look at the stars, look at the sky, whatever, and just try and like amplify all the colors and make everything more vivid. It's like you're turning up the vibrance, you're turning up the saturation, you're turning up like, it's like you're making everything like HDR. Well, I guess HDR doesn't always look that good, but you know what I mean. Everything is just more detailed. There's more definition to everything. This only takes maybe like 20 seconds if you really listen and just feel present. And once you feel like, okay, oh, I get it now, I can hear my current environment, then oftentimes I would try and do a feeling. So it's like if I'm sitting on something, it's like, what am I feeling? Like, what does it feel like on my butt? You know, like, is there any, like, because oftentimes you might have like sore muscle pain or soreness on your body, but you don't really notice it if you're just like doing a lot of things and you're occupied doing this and that. But when you just sit down and just feel everything that you can feel, like maximize your feel sense, your sentience, all right? Then again, that's another way to kind of lock into the present moment. What am I hearing? What am I feeling? And sometimes when I feel really overwhelmed and I can't, I literally can't concentrate for 20 seconds just to listen or to feel, oftentimes there's an emotion that's quite that's running quite rampant in my system. In those cases, I would just feel into the emotion. It's, you know, it's kind of like, oh fuck, what am I feeling? Okay, oh my god, there's a feeling in my chest. I feel nervous, I feel anxious, I feel afraid of this and that, and you just try and be really honest with what you're feeling. And it's really hard because it's like sometimes it's really like embarrassing or really hard to admit those feelings. You feel shame, you feel guilt about admitting them, like, oh, I shouldn't feel this way because da 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 da. But then if you keep running away from it and denying yourself of what you really feel, then you know, you're not being true to yourself. In essence, there's this acting technique called Meisner, and there's an exercise we do called repetition, where you just kind of like, you literally just point out, you know, you have a scene partner and you just point out what the other person is doing. So like, oh, you look nervous, you laughed, you look offended, that made you happy. And it's very meta, you know, like it's kind of like having a conversation about having a conversation. Or but then I often find a really good way to kind of lock into my own emotion is I Meisner myself. I'm kind of like, you're nervous, you're feeling tight, you're worried you're talking too much, you're worried you're not doing this video properly, you're not sure about earlier, you're not sure about the awkward moment earlier, you feel embarrassed earlier, you're not willing to admit your feelings. You know, it's like I just kind of like poke myself, and it's like, oh, that's what you're feeling, that's what you're feeling, that's what you're feeling. Like a really annoying, honest kid that actually sees you for who you are. And then after a while, if you can drop your pride kind of thing, and you realize, oh shit, you know, that is what I'm feeling, then that kind of starts the process of you being able to relax and settle into this moment and have clarity. And that to me is being in the present moment. Because, you know, I guess ultimately in the moment, like, all you have are just feelings, you know, like sensations and feelings. That's all you really have any time of the given day, right? So if you can just lock into those feelings, then you are right here, right now. Because if you're in your head thinking about this and that, then you're not thinking about what is happening right now. You're thinking about something in this etheric other dimension, right? But when you just feel into your feelings and your sensations, then boom, you're here with me, right here, right now. And life is good, life is bliss, and life is beautiful. And after you do that for a while, like, you often find that you don't feel the need to be so stimulated by things all the time. Like, you don't need to go on your phone as much, you don't need to eat as much food to just have entertainment value for your brain. You know, you can literally just feel into the moment, and each moment just becomes so juicy. You know, breathing becomes delicious. And I think that's why monks can like meditate for like days on end up on a mountain doing nothing. You're like, wow, that must be so boring. But probably for them, because they're so fucking centered into the moment and into themselves, it's like they're probably tripping on like LSD all the time, every single fucking day, and they're just having like a whole fucking extravaganza inside their bodies, inside their minds, and inside their souls. And they're probably having like the best times of their life, like way more so than what we experience day to day. So yeah, try that next time you feel a little bit wishy-washy, not sure. Just tune into the present moment, and hopefully you'll find some clarity upon yourself, upon your life, hey guys, and upon your soul. And to that I say, Godspeed, Buddha speed, insert name of deity, speed. But not even speed, you can go slow if you want. Just have a good time. Be here, be now, be you. Oh yeah, ja.